Welcome to Studio AP, everyone. Morning Drive on YouTube. Players Week on our hands, and with that, one of the toughest tests in golf and deepest fields that you're going to see all year long. So let's take a look at the featured group that is drawing all the early headlines at the Players this week. You've got world number 1 Rory McIlroy teeing it up alongside the second-ranked player in the world, Jon Rahm, as well as world number 3 Brooks Koepka. This trio will begin their first round on Thursday off the first tee, 1:51 p.m. Eastern Time. But both Rahm and Koepka have that opportunity to pass Rory McIlroy for the world number 1 spot this week. If Koepka were to win the Players and Rory finished worse than solo 45th, he would lead to that top spot for Rahm. If he wins and Rory finishes worse than a 3-way tie for second place, he would jump to that number 1 spot. But Rahm can also move up with a solo second place and Rory finishing worse than a 2-way tie for 53rd. So let's examine this power group with a Players edition of Buy or Sell, starting with Robert Dameron out at TPC Sawgrass. Buy or sell, Rory McIlroy will extend his streak of 7 consecutive top 5 finishes on the PGA Tour this week.
Buy. I'm buying that all day long. The guy's playing fantastic golf. I did ask the question earlier, is his momentum, is it coming or is it going? Yeah. Is he reaching the end of it or is he just still building and building? I think that it probably doesn't matter because he's back at a place where the vibes kick back up from last year, the memories of winning. So that, he's got momentum. He's playing great. He's driving it great. A couple of the Sunday woes out of the last 3 weeks will kind of go away because he will remember the Sunday highs of last year.
Yeah, there were no questions that Rory McIlroy left unanswered last year. And considering that and considering his form, I am buying that Rory will finish in the top 5 this week at TPC Sawgrass. I think he has a great chance to become the first player to defend his Players title. I just think considering what he has done in the last year plus, focusing on the PGA Tour, saying no a little bit more, being a little more selfish, someone who is so agreeable and amenable, I think he's got his edge. I think he's got his motivation to be better in his 30s than he was in his 20s. The shots that he hit last year, the shots that he's hitting this season, to me it all adds up safely to a top 5 finish at Pete Dye's masterpiece. Anna, how about you?
Yeah, Robert said it in the words of NSYNC, bye, bye, bye. I cannot imagine Rory not walking away with the top 5 finish this week. I mean, all money in for the win, to be honest. Just what we've seen from him, what we've heard from him, Damon, you touched on it there, but he's so comfortable with where he is with his game, where he is with a player. He's touched on the freedom that he feels like he's playing with, which makes him even more of a threat than what he normally is. He isn't feeling the pressure on his shoulders, which has been sort of worked to his detriment in previous years. So I think he's really comfortable on the course. Those old memories of last year will come flooding back, Cookie. So you've got to buy this. Surely you've got to buy this.
Certainly, I'm going to sell it.
You're going to sell it?
I'm going to be a little bit different. I'm going to play devil's advocate right here. He does have 4 top 10s. He's, of the 6 cuts that he's made, along with his win a couple years ago. But he has missed the cut 5 times here. So it's kind of feast or famine. He's starting to get a little loose off the tee, which kind of worries me around there because there's trouble all over the place. I just said that to be different. I really did. I can't make a great argument about selling. It's just that he's had kind of a feast or famine on this golf course, and if he doesn't drive the ball or put the ball in play off the tee, he might struggle a little bit. But he's Rory McIlroy. I mean, come on, really?
Feast or famine? He don't look too skinny to me. He's been feasting like crazy. This guy, to get that kind of muscle, you got to feed yourself. I can't. I got to disagree with John. He's just playing so good. The only thing in John's favor is the odds.
Right.
It's going to stop at some point. 7 is a big, healthy number. Might as well stop at 8. But just the vibe around here, the way he's going, and defending champ, it'd be tough to bet against him.
Agree with you, RD.
One thing I would ask you, Cookie, is that the exhaustion, the mental strength that it took to get through the weekend at Bay Hill, could that have any knock-on effect, do you think?
Oh, certainly. I mean, as difficult as those golf courses played the last couple of weeks, but specifically at Bay Hill, and you guys were out there, you walked around and know, watching it on television, it looked like it just was such a mental grind. Hopefully on Monday he got some mental rest, and he said he was going to work on some things. He's got a couple things specifically he had to tweak a little bit. He'll be ready. I just said that to disagree.
Well, I think it's a valid point.
A marquee group to keep an eye on for sure this week. What do you all think? Can Rory stay hot at TPC Sawgrass? Weigh in with your comments below. We'll see you next time. Morning Drive on YouTube.